Hello and welcome to the Pedro and Banana podcast. Hello, Hannah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you. What's been going on?
I've had wines.
Wines.
Plural.
Plural wines.
Plural wines. They were very nice. All red and pretty. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. It's weird coming back to doing this. We're going to be a bit rusty, of course. So people will have to accept that. And if they don't, then fuck them. Because all 5 of our listeners we know, and we're prepared to say it to their face.
We can name them too.
We do what we want. We do whatever we want. That's the joys of this rubbish.
You've had one wine, so you should be feeling a bit more chilled.
I had a Chardonnay, but then I had an espresso. So, I'm down and then I'm back up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should probably explain what we're going to do by way of format. We're going to try and make the episodes really short, like 15 minutes long. Mm-hmm. Just because if you haven't got 15 minutes to spare, but do bear in mind that I know people that take shits longer.
Wow.
I feel like, fuck you, don't bother. If you ain't got 15 minutes to spare, your life's way too busy.
I know. I feel like people are going to want more of us than 15 minutes, but we'll see.
Well, 15 minutes is what you're going to fucking get, so good luck to you. So we thought we'd take this opening episode to just say, where we've been and just say hi and say we're coming back and we're going to do this a bit more and try and make an effort to record a bit more.
Is it just me, or was our last podcast called Guess Who's Back, or what was it? Oh, and so we're back from outer space, and now then we went again.
Yes, that's true. We did. Yeah, we came back for one episode about 6 months ago. And then we thought, you're not really selling it though, are you, Hannah? Because people expect us. If people listen for the first time now, they're going to go, "Oh, great, this is a fucking waste of time," then, isn't it? So I'm going to listen to this one episode,
and they're going to go. They might want us to go.
I'll tell you who else does that. Katie Hopkins has a podcast on, what's it called? TNT Radio. And it's really good, but she's just so not with the episodes. She's just here and there all over the place. So she'll do one for January, and then you expect one a week later, and it doesn't come till the end of February. It just seems like that's what's going on there.
Okay, so we need to be
consistent. Yes,
really
Hannah.
consistent.
People want consistency. They don't want you fucking turning up every 5 minutes. Here and there all over the place, living your life. They want you there for them. Results, Hannah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I don't see the determination in your face. No, that's a poo face, Hannah.
It's really not. That's my confusion face.
So what is your poo face?
We can make this work. No, we're not doing that.
That's your poo face.
No. That's a whole other thing. What are you doing?
I wonder how many people actually know what their poo face is. How many bathrooms do people poo in where the mirror's opposite the toilet? There can't be many like that.
Do you know what I love about our podcast is I never expect them to go where they go.
No, I don't believe many people do know what their poo face is.
No, I don't think anybody knows what that is.
How many people really know what their cum face is?
Yeah, no one knows that either.
But
if they're really enjoying themselves, then they should not know what their face is doing.
But people do ask their significant other, "What's my cum face look like?"
Oh, do you remember the person on holiday last year who had to do it?
No, loads of people had to do it
on stage. So we went on a cruise.
We did an American cruise.
An American nutcase cruise.
A carnival cruise. Top-notch banana.
If any Americans are listening, it was wild. And we were placed into groups, weren't we, with lots of random strangers that we'd never met before. And we were in this group with they were such a lovely bunch of people. But
it was like heavy sexualized Mr. and Mrs.
They called it a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
So it started off really simple and lovely, and lovely. They sort of said, "Okay, guys, first person on the stage from your team, or a couple on stage from your team, the woman wearing the man's shoes and the man wearing the woman's shoes." And we're like, "Oh, this is super easy. Let's do this. We've got this." So like 2 people from our team ran up and did that. It then from then just kind of descended into chaos. And the subject I'm talking about is when they said, oh, can you get the oldest person on your team to stand on the stage? And we were like, oh, where's our oldest person gone? Bless him. He was like 69. Typical. He'd gone off to the toilet. So the second oldest person went on stage in place of him in the meantime.
And they all had to do. Was it their come face or was it the noise? No, it was the noise they made.
They had to do.
Yeah, but that's a different thing, Hannah. I'm talking about people's cum face or their poo face. People have a cum face and a poo face.
Wow. I don't think I've ever thought.
You can play whiter than white, Hannah. You have got a cum face and a poo face, whether you like it or not.
Sure, I do, but I don't feel like I've ever thought about it.
In your case, it could be the same face. Who knows?
No one will ever know.
Do you know like those weird couples that like? This is disgusting. I know. I don't know why we're going here.
Why are we descending?
Because it is interesting.
We've started off.
It's disgusting,
the brand
but it's
new
interesting.
series like this.
No, but think about it. The idea, right? That there's there's those weird couples, yeah, and they go into the bathroom when each one's going number 2. I will never do that, but people do it.
No.
Some couples do it. I'm telling you, they don't mind leaving the door open. They go into the toilet when each other's going to poo. There are people listening who do that weird stuff
regularly.
Okay, imagine him. Imagine him. There are people out there who right now know for a fact that their significant other pulls the same face for both events.
I don't know if you could handle that, really.
Well,
that's quite a lot. Did you know that in the news, Rio Ferdinand, like today or yesterday, said that he thinks that would be the one thing that would split him and his wife up. They go on holiday. No. They go on holiday.
If the faces match.
They go on holiday, and if he needs a number 2, he leaves the room. He won't go to the toilet in the shared toilet. He thinks that if they go to the toilet in their joint hotel room, he thinks that will be the end of their marriage, and it just ruins everything. So even at 3 a.m, he goes out of his hotel room to like the public toilet.
No, wait a minute.
To use the toilet, like strolls around, then goes back to bed.
We're talking about a guy who's minted who can go down to the hotel lobby and use all the toilets that are there. Most people live in a fucking flat together or a little house. They don't have the luxury of saying, "Oh, we've only got one bathroom. I'll go and shit in the sink downstairs." It's not realistic at all. He can be a princess if he wants. But the truth of the matter is that most people do have to share a bathroom. However, I would never let anyone.
That was aggressive.
See me do a poo. No way. Not in my life. Wait a minute. Well, when I'm old though, and like, if I get old and I need to do the whole
the whole what?
Well, if you don't have a choice, like if I'm in a car accident and I've got a shit in a nappy, someone will see me poo, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I don't know if you'll know about it, so you probably won't pull the face.
Well, a lot of people lose their dignity. Anyway, that's the only way someone's going to see me poo. Not by choice. I'm not just going to be like, oh, what's that? Someone at the door, come in. No, fuck you.
Wonderful. Right. This is so not where I expected the first episode to go, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, we want to start as we mean to go on, which is in
I feel like I need another drink.
Right, so we're going to start with some of our little segments, yeah? Hannah's dream analysis.
We can't do that.
Oh, and in this segment, we talk about a dream, and Hannah analyses it to tell people what it means.
But do you remember when we were discussing the planning for this that I need to know it in advance?
Oh, I'll give you all the subjects. You don't know them?
No, not off by heart. I need to break down of them.
So for now, that was Hannah's dream analysis.
God, that was good.
All right, well, I can do the next segment because I have spent some time fucking researching Hannah. So don't worry about it. We were going to do, we used to do Tweet of the Day, and then Twitter changed its name to X. So I know it's still sort of called Tweet of the Day, but it should be called like X of the day. So then we thought, well, if it's going to be called X of the day, let's do X's of the day, as in people write into us and tell us about their fucking mental X's. Or we may have our own. You know, you might have quite a few mental X's. I definitely have a plethora of completely bonkers X's. But we're going to start with other people's X's.
Yeah,
and
save.
A really good one I got. It's only short but sweet. We're calling it X's of the day. And the one I got is brilliant. So it was a guy. It's quite short. It was a guy, and he was dating a girl. He said she got drunk, and she decided that. Well, they both got drunk. They got into an argument, and she decided that she was going to chase him down the road in her car with a view to fucking running him over dead. Yeah, right? Chasing him down the road. He manages to escape her in a set of bushes. He said the next day when he was at work, she texted him saying how sexy he looked running down the road away from the car. Yeah. And that's a nice short starter. There's definitely many women like that out there. That is an X of the day.
Not good. That segment's going to get really scary.
Yeah, I know. And we was going to do joke of the day, but because this is only a warm-up episode, we haven't fucking looked that up either.
We went for dinner, had wine, and went, let's go podcast.
Oh,
and now we have no idea.
There will be a joke of the day. There will. I might have a joke. Let me think of a joke.
You were knocking. Knock.
I'm gonna come up with a joke. Oh,
you normally have really good ones.
Yeah, I did hear one recently.
No, you told me one.
What was it?
A couple of days ago.
What? Think, Hannah. It's like when people are sitting. If someone's sitting in their car right now and they're trying to listen to Dead Air, where we try and figure things out, they're just going to be like, "Fuck this! I'm going back to Joe Rogan."
I feel like. Oh no. What was it? Oh. No, I got nothing. It was obviously really good.
I got a joke I heard on the YouTube. I'll try that one.
The YouTube. On the
YouTube, yeah. The Facebook was called The Facebook. The YouTube, I'm sure, was probably called The YouTube. The eBay was called The eBay.
I'm going to do the Googling.
I'm going to Google along.
I'm going to do the Google.
Well, the joke was, it's like a comedian called Jeffro, who used to be like a country pumpkin guy. And his joke was, he said he's in the pub with his mate, and he says to his mate, you know, my wife, she can't hear a word I'm bloody saying. I'm sure she's going deaf, but you know, it's difficult for me to confront it with her. So his mate says to him, well, what you need to do is go in the room, you know, stand a certain distance away from her, you know, shout something at her, and if she ignores you, go 5 feet closer, and if she ignores you again, go 5 feet closer again. And if she ignores you again, keep doing that, getting closer and closer until she can hear you and you find out how deaf she is. So he goes home and he walks in and he stays a good fair distance over the other side of the room from his wife, and he says, what time's dinner? Nothing. You know? 5 feet closer. What time's dinner? Nothing. You know? So he goes 5 feet closer. What time's dinner? Nothing. So he goes right up close to her. He says, what time's dinner? She says, I've told you 4 times it's chicken.
Oh,
good?
God.
I
think we need to work on this so bad.
Did I even play the thing? Oh, this was joke. This is the joke of the day. This is how rusty we are. This is the
theme
joke of
tune?
the day. Yeah, the little theme tune we do. That's joke of the day.
Oh, that's the song I miss.
Simple.
I miss our theme tune too.
Yeah,
we can't change that.
Yeah, we can't use it. We were using the fantastic Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac, and just the little sort of about 10 seconds of the intro. You know, Fleetwood Mac fan my entire life. I feel like they should be like, fine. You know, you can
have it.
You can use 10 seconds of it. Yep. You know, you clearly love us. You've bought all our albums. Yep. You own everything that we've ever bought. You should
be allowed this moment.
You even watched the elongated fucking feature film of Tusk, which was not the best success for them, but just because you love the big brass band and everything else, you know, like seriously, and all the pre-modern Fleetwood Mac stuff, you know, with the original lineup and yeah, I feel like they should just be like, But they probably don't even own the music now. They've probably sold it all. They don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no.
So we had to change. We had to get our own theme tune, and we lost the beautiful Rhiannon.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
really liked that.
I
We'll
liked
get
it
used to
too.
the new one. The new one's like hillbilly like.
Yeah, we're gonna fun it up a little bit as well. You know, the last segment that we generally do on these shorter 15-minute episodes will be news of the day. And we've got a different little sound for that we've been working on, a sexy sound. So we haven't prepared at all.
We've prepared nothing.
We haven't prepared at all.
I'm still on the wines.
Because you fucked up the dream of the day, I'm going to let you do news of the day.
No.
So, yeah.
I don't know what's in the news.
The fucking budget. We just did the budget today. Just remember what you can from listening to the budget.
That's so boring.
What's been bubbling up in the news, Hannah?
Can I just say, it was the budget. And I have listened to that since I was so young. My grandpa used to put it on, and we used to listen to Prime Minister's Questions on a Wednesday. All of those things. Why the hell is our government a pantomime?
What do you mean a pantomime?
Like, the Chancellor's trying to go, okay, so I'm going to change this, this and this. You know, over the years we've had this problem, this problem, this problem.
Yeah.
I've spoken to my colleagues in this district, that district, that district. Going on in the background. It's like being at a pantomime.
Sorry, I don't remember. I don't remember that happening at all.
All they do all the way through is literally like shout. Oh, it's like when a pantomime villain comes in, and they go boo. They're doing that in government. Listening to it is like listening to a load of children.
No, they've always done it like that. They've
Yeah,
done it
I
like that
know.
since the beginning of Parliament.
But yeah, okay, but do any other parliaments do that?
Yeah, they do. Of course they do. They do it in the European Union. They
But
do
why?
it everywhere.
Why?
Because it's almost like a noisy filibuster. So let's say you're an opposing party and you want to get in. You're not going to sit there and just quietly relinquish the view while somebody else comes along and puts theirs. If you disagree with it, you want your party to be in power. So part of you like jeering them means that the other politicians who might be undecided on certain votes are hearing that and sort of sway with the majority. Also, you know, it was publicised. It was on the radio and nationally on the television. So anybody listening at home, if they hear a Conservative policy and, you know, and the boos are loud enough, they might think, yeah, I agree, this is bullshit.
No one listening is going to feel that at all. All they're going to hear is a load of kids in the playground jeering and enjoying the drama. They're talking about really serious subjects.
I like
they're talking about...
I think if they just sat there boring...
I used to watch it when I was younger, and there used to be a little bit of it, and I'd be like, oh, okay, fair enough, that makes sense. They're jeering at a point that makes total sense. Today, they did not stop. It was like no one could get a word in edgeways. But it wasn't fun. It didn't make me agree with anybody one way or the other. It just made me think, why the hell have we got a bunch of children running everything? Because that's all they're doing. They're just putting on a performance act. It's like a pantomime. They're not sitting there and discussing and then having an actual debate, which actually, quite frankly, children in a school would probably do a lot better than they do. They're just literally feeding their ego, having a wonderful time. You hear how arrogant they sound when they're all jeering, the opposition are jeering. They're stood there on the other side going, come on then, give it what you've got. I've got time. I'll wait for you. They're not getting upset by the jeering. No one's like changing their mind. It is literally like a pantomime. And even the deputy speaker today, it was like she was putting on a show and she found it fun.
The thing
it's
is,
like you're doing something so serious and all you're doing is going, meh, meh, meh. Like, how's that ever going to work?
The problem is also to consider that really, as the public, and especially people affected by, you know, sociological, everybody's got their own condition that's a problem, whether it be finances, whether it be, you know, they want this to change for them, because everybody's in a different situation. Party politics is about finding the best medium for everybody. It's about playing to the biggest possible audience in your choices, in your legislation, in order to make sure that your party stays in power. Somewhere inside a proper politician's mind, they know it doesn't really matter what they do or say. It only matters what they do or say that keeps them in power. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
They're not.
But
It's not emotional. It's pragmatic. It's about picking the best solution. So
I agree with that
jeering
completely.
is also part of that. You're taking it emotionally.
No, I'm not taking it even remotely emotionally. It's just embarrassing. Straight up embarrassing.
Well, they do
Think
it all
about
over the world.
in America.
Everywhere. Yeah, of course they do it in America.
What they jeer, they go to Prime Minister's questions once a week, and they all jeer at the Prime Minister and belittle him. Do they?
Well, the president, but they.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they don't. When they have actual Senate committees and all those Senate House things, they do. I mean, I don't really understand American politics properly.
I understand politics.
Yeah, I've seen them screaming at each other, and do you know what? They've gone further than that, and they've had fights. In lots of parliaments and lots of presidential houses around the world, governments and all that, physical fights. I mean, we're not the worst by any means. This is the way it's always been done.
Yeah, I understand that, and the problem with that is, yes, it's always been done. Why the hell have we not moved with the times?
So you consider them like school kids that are
pathetic.
That are holding the world's
It just
most
seems
powerful ball and
pathetic.
throwing
Yeah,
at each
it
other.
seems like a big ego trip. Quite frankly, the Prime Minister, the Chancellor, even the Deputy Speaker or the Speaker, they're loving the power. They're loving the attention on them.
They're not
And
always loving
equal
the
for the
power.
opposition as well. The leader of the opposition, their loves their turn, and they're having a wonderful time up there.
That's their job. They're doing their job.
They get something out of people jeering at them. Like, it feeds their ego. It's really, really strange. They're up there wanting to say things that cause the jeering.
Yeah.
They're not actually thinking about what will actually benefit the country itself, what we the people want to actually hear. They've done none of that. They're literally in there to perform for each other. It's like this really it wound me up today, and I have listened to it for very, very, very many years with my grandpa.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the first time I've ever heard it and gone, oh my God, what are you doing today? They riled me. Today it was just stupid.
Yeah, well, on that note, Hannah, I would say that has been a news of the day. We got nowhere. That was bubbling up in the news today. And with that, Hannah, I think we said 15 minutes. We've done 22. And that makes our first opening episode. We fucked everything up, which, you should expect.
Yeah, it's
You should
us.
expect. We come back rusty. If you like it, fine. If you don't, we ain't getting better.
It's never going to plan.
It's never going to plan. We don't want a
We're going to
podcast
talk
to
about
plan.
stuff that makes no sense at all.
Yeah, we wanna mess up the system.
We're going to seem really stupid because we don't know a lot of the things we talk about.
With the anarchy of podcasts. Until next time, God bless you, beautiful Hannah.
Peace out.